Hi, I'm Jim Brickell from Edlearn Ford Lincoln in St. Catharines. Today we're sitting in the 2023 Ford Edge SEL. Wanted to give an orientation for brand new vehicle owners, let you know where all the controls are located and how to use them. Start with the basics. On the driver door, you've got your power locks, you've got your power outside mirrors, and you've got your power windows. Moving to the left of the steering column, your panel dim switches, brighter or dimmer, your headlamps, and right now they're in the automatic position, so the light with the A in it. To the right of that, we have the button for opening the hatch from inside the vehicle and TCS off. That's traction control system. You can turn off when you don't need it on. For example, trying to get out of deep snow and rocking the vehicle back and forth. So your stock control, we've got the lane centering, turning it on and off, and of course your turn signal. On the steering wheel, the bottom controls are for your cruise control, so on and off, resume, coast, or cancel I should say, set, and set minus. So once you've got cruise control activated, if you tap the plus, it'll go up 1 mile per hour. If you tap the minus, it'll go down 1 mile per hour. Above that, we have our 5-way. So the OK with the 4 arrows, and that will control your display. So right now it's saying display mode. We can set it up with the tachometer. We can add in the engine temperature. We can show tire pressure. I'm using the down arrows at this point. Show your speedometer digitally. And when you press the OK, you can shift into miles per hour digitally. Go back. The intelligent all-wheel drive, which wheels are driving you. And a very handy one, distance to empty, 742 kilometers to empty. And we're back to the beginning. Now, if we go to the left, we can go down to trip 1 and 2, fuel economy, driver assistance. So that's where you can turn on and off your blind spot monitoring, your cross traffic alert, driver alert, lane keeping system, pre-collision, rear park aids. If you were towing something, there better be something within 6 feet behind you. So this is where you can shut off your rear park aids so the vehicle is not screaming at you when you put it in reverse if you're towing. And then we go down to settings. Under vehicle, we've got lighting, locks, power lift gate. So back up to lighting. You've got your automatic high beams, they're in the on, and auto lamp delay. How long do you want the lights to stay on after you shut off the engine? So I've got it set right now for 20 seconds. That should give me enough time to get into the house. Down on locks. The auto unlock. So when you shut off the vehicle and all the doors will unlock. Remote unlock. You want to unlock all the doors or just the driver door? And then the second click would be the rest of the doors. Down on power lift gate, it's the enable and disable. So most people want the power lift gate to be able to open, so it is enabled. My key is where you can set up one of the keys for a beginner driver. You can limit top end speed, stereo volume, and a few other things. And then your display setup. The units, do you want kilometers or miles? The temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit? Gauge display, tire pressure, language, English, French, or Spanish. So a lot of great choices along here, and you pick and choose what's important to you. Now, there's another 5-way on the right-hand side of the steering column. So we can show entertainment or phone. Right now it's saying audio is off. And you can still see our range there of 741 kilometers to empty. We're pointed east, and the outside temperature right now is 5 degrees Celsius. Along here, when you've got your phone paired to the vehicle, you can answer or hang up on a call. When it's not in phone mode, then you can use those to seek to the next state, your next preset. The voice activation, muting the stereo, and the volume going up and down on your stereo. The stock control to the right of the steering column is for your wipers. Put it up for intermittent on the front, and up 2 notches would go continuous, and then 3 would be your high speed. On the end of the switch is the control for your rear wiper. Now, if you are in a bit of an older vehicle, there are a few changes in the center stack. There's lots of things that can now be controlled from this very large screen. So for some people it can be distracting. You will have the option of turning it off, but it can also give you a lot of great information. So under apps, it shows radio, phone, media, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, owner's manual, and sketch. So with the owner's manual, you can look things up while you're actually in the vehicle. Not while it's in motion, but while it's in park like we're in right now. If you're waiting for someone, you can why you would want to, I don't know, but you can. Now when we go over to entertainment, this gives us a bunch more things that you can do while you're waiting for someone. Your partner's in the store, you didn't feel like going in. You've got the tiles game. Rather do a jigsaw puzzle, you got those too. So what I'm saying is you've got plenty of choices, things you can do to keep yourself occupied while waiting for someone else. These all will be will be blocked when the vehicle is taken out of park. So when you hit the vehicle picture at the top, it brings up this list. So your phone list, vehicle. Now, rear occupant alert. When you shut off the engine, it's going to ask you if to check for rear occupants. If you never have anyone in the back seat and you find that to be a little bit annoying, you actually can shut this feature off. And you'll receive a reminder twice a year to check if you want to turn that back on again. Then we have rear view camera delay. You can turn on or off. Followed by that, we go to our general settings. So it's set for English, kilometers, Celsius, pounds. And down here where it says reset, when you sell the vehicle, trade it in or whatever, you can wipe out all your personal settings by resetting back to factory defaults. Display, comm screen. As you can see, it has shut off most of the things so it's not being distracting while you're trying to drive. Below that we have clock, 24-hour mode, automatic time update. So it's now 12:01 p.m. Connectivity, connected vehicle features, Bluetooth, wireless app projection, and managed Wi-Fi networks. So you want to connect your vehicle to your home Wi-Fi. So if there are updates, the vehicle can do them automatically. And when you're away from home, you can check for available Wi-Fi networks. So once again, if you didn't like the entertainment choices that are built into the vehicle, you can hook up to Wi-Fi for other choices. Vehicle can be set up as a Wi-Fi hotspot. Data usage will apply. And software updates. Here's what I was referring to earlier. So automatic updates is turned to the on position. And then recurring update schedule. So right now nothing is set. You can tap on that one to set a recurring schedule similar to what you would do with your cell phone. So that was the vehicle, general, and display. Down below, we have our climate controls. So right now it's set to off. And you can go up or down accordingly. This one here, heated steering wheel. When it's red, it's on. When it's not, it's not. The heated seat, you can turn that off. The fan speed, max AC, and this one shows where the air is flowing. Now, the heated seat for the passenger, and you can do a dual zone temperature control. Your four-way flashers, your max defrost in a conventional button, and turn on the camera. So there's what we can see behind us. The traditional controls for stereo, your volume on and off, and your tune. Seek to the next stations. And right now there's no one in the passenger seat, so it's indicating that the passenger airbag is off. The shifter this year is a rotary dial. So you've got your park, reverse, neutral, and drive, and a sport mode. Continuing back, your parking brake, and the override switch for the auto stop start feature. If you don't like your engine shutting off every time you come to a complete stop, you can override that feature. Now the engine will shut off depending on conditions in the vehicle and what electrical stuff is being used, and temperature, and a few other factors. So if it doesn't shut off each time, don't worry about it. And this particular vehicle has the power moonroof. So up above in their center stack, we've got some more controls. You've got turning a light on, turning both lights on, have the lights come on or not come on when you open the door. The power moonroof, you can open it. Close it. And these buttons are for the screen. So you can open the screen, close the screen. I hope you'll be enjoying your new vehicle. I'm Jim Brickell at Learn Ford.